Good evening, guys. Do you hear me? Okay, great. So I'm going ahead and sharing the screen. I hope you guys can see the screen. Am I correct? Okay. So let me know, guys. So give me 2 minutes, okay? First, let me start the computer, right? So Oracle VM mission. So our mission is this. So I guess you guys saw 31B. So we are back from holidays, correct? So 3 to 4 days of holidays we had. Good time. Okay. How was your festival time? Mm-hmm. Was nice. Yeah. So even I had very good 5 days of time. So I rarely take a gap. So in this gap, I watched a couple of movies, went to visited a couple of temples. So that was a program we had at our home. Okay, so it is 192.168.1.13. So let me connect first. So I hope you remember all these things. 92.168.1.13. Right. So let me increase the font. Now, so let's go ahead and see what we have done in the last session. Tell me, guys, look into your books and tell me what did I teach you in the last session. So I'm guessing we understood about the how to create the remote repo. Correct. We saw how to create the remote repo, and we saw how to clone it by using git clone command, and we saw what is a git push. Okay, and then we saw what is a git pull. Am I right? So we saw what is a git pull and push also. So this is what we done. So entire transaction, that is what. Now, very important concept is branching. Git branching. So this is completely a real-time event. So in most of your real-time activities, most means almost I can say 99.9% any company, wherever you go, you will see that they implement the Git branching concept. And anything that you cannot answer from branching concept, the chances will be zero, guys, especially experienced people. So let's say if you're fresher, if you're not able to answer properly, that's okay. Okay. So that's fine. But experienced people, if you say that I have 2-3 years experience and you do not have no good knowledge on branching, then it's a trouble. So now let's move into this concept, keeping the significance of this as a top priority. So let's understand this concept. Okay. So I'll draw one diagram, or let's say how you have to tell me what is a good choice, right? So I'll create a use case. So use case number 1. You have to imagine how it is happening because I'll be writing in the text format, but you have to imagine. So the first thing is I'll create a, okay. So imagine that I created a remote repo. Then I cloned it on my machine, cloned to my machine. This is a second activity. So at the time of cloning or whatever it is, after I got my cloned, so that means I got my LR. Do you agree, guys, so far? Simple, three simple words. So on a server side, we created remote repo. Then I cloned onto my computer. Then if I clone, definitely that becomes a LR here on our computers. So after I have the LR with me, what I will do is I'll go ahead and make some changes on LR. See the logic. Make some changes on LR, right? And then go ahead and commit them and perform this pull and push activity. Pull and push activity. So this is a common. So this is what you studied in the last class actually. Do you agree, guys? Anuja, Arun, Atif, Chamundeshwari. You understood what I'm talking. So you have to imagine, because sometimes subject you need to imagine in your brain, connect them, and you'll able to grasp quickly. So I repeat, RR, remote repo, cloned. I got LR. I made some changes. That means some more files are added. And then I done my commits and I done pull and push activity. So simple story is over. So this looks like exactly like a simulation of I have a resume. Okay, just a simulation example. I make the changes in resume directly. That's it. I have a resume and I make some changes on the resume directly and save it. So this use case looks like that. Now let's go with the use case number 2. Use case number 2. Okay, point number 1. Same. I have a remote repo. I created a remote repo. Then I cloned to my machine. Make sense? Then third, the moment you clone, definitely I'll call this as my LR. Correct? Because it is sitting on my computer, I'll call that as an LR. Fourth, correct? After I have LR, I am not making, my target is to make the changes, but I will not make the changes directly upon my LR. So what I'll do is, here one interesting fact is, I'll create a copy of my LR. Okay, I'll create a copy of my LR now. Copy of my LR. And upon the copy, upon it, that means upon the copy I'm talking. So I will apply the changes. Makes sense? That means on duplicate copy of my LR, I'm making my changes. So once I make changes, if I feel that changes are good, right? If I make changes are good, changes means we make changes and do commit also. Once you feel that, okay, these changes are good, then what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and these upon my actual LR. That means this, I can call this as actual LR here. You understood? Or I can call as actual, and this is a duplicate. So on the actual one, I made a copy and applied changes. I felt it is good. That's the reason I'm updating my changes of the copy upon the actual LR. So once it is done, then what I'm doing is normally, and I'll go ahead and do pull and push activity. This is common. Now this simulation looks like an example of I have a resume, but I'm not trying to mess up with my resume. I am trying to create a copy of the resume. Okay. And make changes on copy. Understood? I have a resume, I make a copy of the resume and I make changes upon the copy. If I feel that all the changes are good, then I'll go ahead and overlap. See, overlap upon the original result. Now you have to tell me which strategy is good. So what is the benefit or loss that you have in the use case number 1, and what is a benefit or a loss that you have in the use case number 2? You have to think, guys. So these are 2 use cases now. So first you need to know use cases here. You feel the second one is good, or you feel first one is good? Which approach, or something like there is a method 1 and there is method 2. Both are used for same purposes. One purpose is good, but the point is which method is right, or you can say which is far safer one. So most of the people are answering that method number 2 is completely safe. Reason? Now, yeah. Now you are saying that method 2 is safe, or use case number 2 is super safe. Now the question comes is why you guys are considering case number 2 is a super good here. What is the fault in case number 1? And what is a great thing in case number 2? What is your opinion, Divya, Nayak, Kavya, Kirti? Yes. So the biggest straight to the point is in a case number 1, simple logic is when you're making the changes directly upon LR, there is a probability that you may mess up. Do you agree? You may mess up. That's common. So we have version control system, that is secondary, but end of the day, LR means local repo. So in your local repo, there are chances that you may mess up because you're directly making changes upon your LR, local repo. But in the second use case, I'm not trying to make direct changes upon my LR. Once I have LR, I'll maintain that integrity of it, or I'll not disturb it. I'll just go ahead and make a copy out of it and apply the changes upon that copy and see whether it is doing good or bad. If it is good, then I'll update my LR as well, and I'll update on my server side also. So this will help you to do the more code experimentation, guys. Correct? Now, if I'm trying to introduce a technical terminology here, so I just said that it is a copy of LR. So this second use case is exactly the implementation of branching. You got it? So first use case is non-branching methodology. Second use case is branching methodology. So once you have LR, let's imagine, I'm drawing one more, guys. I'm trying to write one more here so that you'll understand. Imagine a use case. You have, somebody told, imagine that there is a repo, correct? On that repo, it went on to some, let's say, imagine it's in UAT or in prod. Okay. So you guys got some bug. Just a use case like you got a bug. That means we have to fix it now. So think like a developer. So what he will do? So definitely the RR which is sitting on the server side, right? So definitely we'll go ahead and clone it. Then he on his machine, then it becomes LR. Now definitely once he has a repo with him, he starts looking into the code now. Pakka he will look into the code, right? And he will try to identify where is the bug. So he will start searching on the internet. This is common, happens on the floor. Every developer or even DevOps also does it. Sometimes we get errors, we search on internet. So for that bug, we search on the internet. And in the internet, right, what happened is I found 3 solutions. I'm not sure which one will work. So for that bug or a piece of a code, I found 3 solutions are applicable. I'm not sure which one will work. So what I will do is from my actual LR, which was sitting in my computer, right, the cloned one. So I'll create a branch. So earlier I said copy, correct? So that is I told you for your understanding. But technically in the Git, we need to call that as a branch now. So from the actual LR, let's imagine there are 50 files are there. Imagine what happens is when you create a branch or a copy, with a name called XYZ, at the time of cloning or at the time of branch creation, in the parent, if there are 50, you will also get 50 here. Understood? So let's say this is in this XYZ branch, he tried out first solution, whatever he found it on the internet. Okay. So it seems to be good. He felt it is working. Now let's say again, he created one more branch from the same LR, and his branch name is, let's say, ABC. Got it? And at the time of branching, there were 50 files. Okay. He implemented second solution now. So I'll add one more here. As a part of implementing first solution, what he has done is he added +2 files here. How many it becomes net? Tell me, guys. In that branch, how many files it will become? 52. Correct? And that 52 files solution is working perfectly. Now, as a part of second solution, what he has done is he added 4 files here. Right? And how many net files it will be here? 54. Okay. And the solution is average. I hope you know the meaning of average. It's not super or whatever it is. It's an average. Then for third solution, what he has done is same logic. He created one more branch. Let's say, what you can say, PQR, something, PQR. At the time of branching, there were 50 files in the parent. So this guy got 50. Now, he implemented third solution on it. And a part of third solution, what happened is he added almost like 5 files, okay, and removed 1 file. Tell me how many it will be net now? So you added 5 files and removed 1 file. So net it becomes 54. And he found that this solution is super. That means excellent. I would put this as excellent. It excellently working. Now you tell me, guys, if you are a developer in this situation, which branch you will pick up? Will you pick up XYZ or will you pick up ABC or will you pick up PQR? Definitely I'll pick up PQR. Correct? So what I should do with the PQR now? Do you think I should push directly to the server? The answer is no. So this PQR needs to be, at the end of the day, we concluded that this PQR is the best one. Correct? So this PQR should be merged into LR. Now, if it is merged into the LR, tell me in the LR how many files you'll get. Think and act, guys. Think and answer. In PQR, there are 54 currently. In LR, currently there are 50, according to this example. Now, if I go ahead and merge entire PQR into an LR, correct? So how many files you'll have in LR? So that means you'll have 54, correct? And this 54, which is sitting in LR, I'll go ahead and do pull and push with my RR now, that is remote repo. That means I'll do pull and push activity. Then on a server side, tell me how many you'll get now. How many you'll get, guys? On a server side, how many you'll get? It's same, 54. You understood? Now in this entire story, can I say that for upon my LR, I experimented 3 solutions without messing up with my actual LR? You got it, guys, what I'm talking? So without messing with my actual LR, I just created 3 copies, or you can say 3 branches. On each branch, I made some code changes. I found which one is suitable, and that branch exactly I merged. So branching always helps us to do the code experimentation. That is the biggest benefit of branching. So branching helps us to do the code experimentation. Branching also helps us to update some code fix. So that is a benefit of this. So in real time, guys, whenever I repeat once again strongly, in a real time, always you will clone the repo. After you clone the repo, definitely on your side, you'll have LR. We don't make direct changes on our LR. So that's a principle we don't make. So we just create a branch out of it. Upon the branch, we make changes and then we merge it into our LR. Clear? You understood? Then we'll send it to the server. Are we clear, guys? So that is the actual use of branching. Have you understood who is this? Kirti, Kumar Babu, Maninder, Mayuri, Maunika? A simple logic, guys. So it is, you have to consider this, what I told you, like resume. PQR is a branch. Just I took an example, PQR as a branch. Name. Okay. So you just consider this example, guys, what I'm talking, this example. So directly making changes on the resume is not a great idea. So which looks like case one. And making a copy of the resume and making necessary changes, what fits for us, then trying to, once we finalize it, then we just go ahead and overlap on our actual resume. So that looks like our branching step. Correct? So take down this entire books, guys, quickly. So if you got the ideology, then we'll go into the practice. So 99.9% wherever you go or wherever you work on a software industry, they 100% they'll do the branching concept. So that's the reason this topic is super important. If you say that I got 2 years experience, 3 years experience, anything that you cannot answer from branching, they'll easily identify that your profile is little fake. Nagireddy, is it done? Rajat? Bhakti Shankar? Okay, nice. Now we'll go to the practice. Okay, we'll go on to the practice. So let's see the practice. So clear ls-l and yeah, I guess we are working with this. So I'll use this for our example, for our use case of understanding. So I'll go into the CD31B, right? I went there. Now, how many files you see in the total? Count, guys, count them. Head count. What is the head count of the files? 6. We conclude that there are 6 files here. Correct? Now, I want to see how many branches are there. So remember, there are 6 files now. I want to see how many branches are there. The command is git branch. The first command you're learning is git branch. So git branch is a command which can tell you how many branches are there here or how many branches are there in the current repo. How many are there? Only one. Only one. What is its name? What is that name of that person? Or you can say it's main. So it's main. Correct? Now, you need to understand one more interesting point, guys. This is a kind of, these are all small, what you can say, silly points of interview also. So I'm getting the name as main, right? So is this repo is remote originated or is it local originated one? Tell me, guys. Those who have attended last class can easily tell me that this repo, is this created on the computer or is this remote originated one? This is a remote originated one. You understood? So that's super easy to know. The command is git remote -v, right? So I got my details of remote. Now wanted I'm coming out of this folder, wanted, and I'll pick up the another repo which we were doing, batch number 31. So we know that this we created locally. Everybody agrees with that? First of all, confirm. Does everybody agrees that this was we created locally, correct? Yeah. I'm going into it. I'm asking the same question to this repo. Tell me how many branches you have. It is telling only one. Its name is master. Now, why in the remote repo it is showing as main, and why in the local repo it is showing as master? Any reason for this? I hope you understood the logic now, what I'm trying to tell you. See, I went into the remote repo, whatever we created. It was not locally created, it was remote origin, that is cloned one. And I went there, I said git branch, it was telling it was main, correct? But I went into the repo of which was created locally, and I'm asking what is a git branch. It is telling me master now. So the fundamental principle is simple logic. Whenever if the repo is write this notes in your book, so these are all new updates in the subject, guys. You'll not find this such stuff in the YouTube videos also. These are all recent 1 year updates. So any repo which is locally originated, by default, the naming convention starts with master. Okay. Any repo that has been remote originated, that means remote originated, you will have something called main. Simple logic. So these are the standards of GitHub, guys. So these are the standards of GitHub. Clear? So if you create locally, it will say main. Sorry, if you create remotely, it will say main. And if you create locally, it will say master. That's it. As simple as it. So this is a new update from last 1 year. Earlier, what happened is whether the repo that you create locally or on your remote, always it is one guy, that is master. The name will be always master. But what happened is from last 1 year, they thought of differentiating this. Not to have confusion, they thought of differentiating. So remote person or remote repo will carry main, and local originated will carry master. That's it. Please write this point in your book quickly. So before 1 year ago, the story was same. Whether it is local or remote, it is master only. But from last 1 year, these are few changes happened in the subject. Pawan, are you following me? Bhagat, Prithviraj. Okay. Nice. Fine. So let me go to the out of this repo. Okay. ls-l. I'll go back to my 31B repo. And you can say there are 6 files, and I say git branch, only one branch is there. Correct? Main. I'm about to create a branch. Now keep in mind, when about to create a branch, always your git status should be clean and green. Keep in mind, when you have an intention to create a branch, make sure that git status is working directory is clean. So once you confirm that it is good, then go ahead and create a branch. So branch command. So git branch and give some name. That's it. As simple as it is. Git branch and give some name. So I'm saying the name as, let's say, Hyderabad. Okay. Done. It created. Now if I say git branch, how many branches do we have now in this repo? How many branches do we have in this repo? There are 2 branches, correct? Hyderabad and main. And if you want to know on which branch you are sitting or in which branch you are operating or which branch you're interacting, so the simple command is git status. See, It is telling now. You got it now? So from now onwards, you have to start reading the first line because concept has come in picture. I will say we are on branch main. There is another way to also identify with whom you are talking or with which branch you are talking or with branch you are interacting. That simple logic is same. Git branch. Here you will have a star. You understood? See, there are two branches are there, Hyderabad and main, and you have a star. See, star is pointing towards the main. So it indicates that I'm interacting with the main branch. Clear? Are we clear, Rahul? Rangarao? Okay, nice. Got it now? Okay. Now, so always remember the formula, guys. So formula means, or we can say a kind of a rule here. So whenever you are working with LR, okay. So in that LR, you might have some X files, whatever it could be, some number. Okay. So whenever you create a branch, that same X number of files will be generated in the new branch. So that is the reason at the time of creation, there are 6 files were there in main, correct? The same copy of the 6 files will also generate in Hyderabad. This is a logic. Remember this principle, don't forget. So at the time of creating the branch, you need to check what is the head count that you have in your LR. Just an example. There are 6 and I created a branch called Hyderabad. The same exact copy of the 6 files will be there in Hyderabad branch also. So to see that, we have to go into that branch. So we created a branch, but we did not move into the branch yet. So whether you create a branch or move to a branch, move to another branch, always your Git status should be clean and green or working directory is clean. Now I'll go to that branch. So I'll say git checkout. So this is where again the command of checkout is coming. So git checkout and directly type the branch name. Right? That's it. Hyderabad. I want to go into the Hyderabad. I went in. So it says you are switched to the branch Hyderabad. And you can verify this. Git status. You see, you're on branch Hyderabad. And you can say git branch. See, it is telling 2 branches are there. The star went to the Hyderabad now. Now, how many files you should see in Hyderabad? Tell me, guys, how many files are you expecting in Hyderabad now? 6, correct? You are sitting on Hyderabad branch only. Now check the file. See, there are 6 files. Okay. So I'm going ahead and creating a file here now. VI file that is coming from Hyderabad branch. I'll open this file. I'll write all junk data. Now save this and git status. It is telling that you're sitting on Hyderabad branch. There is some new file here. You want to apply version control system. Yeah, git add say dot git status. See, it went into the staging. I want to commit. I'll say git commit -m. I'll say added a file to HYD branch BR. Okay, dot done. Git status is super clear. Now, how many files you have in Hyderabad branch, guys? Tell me. Now we added one more. Correct, it becomes 7. So that means in Hyderabad branch there are 7 and in the original one main there are 6. Now, after you do, see that is what the purpose of branching. So we created a branch and we went ahead, make necessary changes, we done it. So after changes are done, right? Then what we do? We do go ahead and do the commit. After commit is done, we need to go to the target branch now. You tell me, guys, this Hyderabad has now 7 files. Where I should merge this? Who is the parent for this Hyderabad? Always you should merge in the parent, guys. You will not have any headaches at all. So who is the parent for Hyderabad? It's a main. That means my target branch is main now. I need to move to the main branch and then do the merge. So I'm doing it now. So it's this guy's parent is main. So I'm doing checkout now. See, checkout main. I have to type the branch name, checkout main. Yeah, I went to the main. You can check it. See, I'm now pointing to the main. Now, see the number of files. How many files you have here? How many files are there here? 6. How many files are there in Hyderabad? 7. Correct. In Hyderabad, there are 7. In main, there are 6. Now I need to do a merge. I did not fire merge command yet. Okay. I'm going ahead and merge. So I'll say now git merge. From where I need to merge? So merge is nothing but I'm asking from where I need to pick up. So please pick up everything from Hyderabad. That's it. So what it does is it calculates the difference and whatever the new things that you have done in Hyderabad, it picks up those changes and puts in the main. It is done. So you can check it now. You see the number 7 files now in your main branch. Do you see the 7 files now? Yeah. Correct. I see it. Then I'll go ahead and try git pull and I'll go ahead and try git push. So my ID and I saved somewhere this. I hope I saved the key here. Hold on. Yeah, this is your code for your patch. Yes, it is done. I'll go on to the internet. Okay, I'll go on to the GitHub and I will log in there and I check whether that file came Hyderabad here or not. So why this is okay, sign in. I'll get my cat symbol. I have to go to which branch, guys? 31 something, 31 we created, 31B. And see, I got my Hyderabad. Make sense? I got my Hyderabad here. Understood now? This was the content. Clear? So shall I do one more example, guys? You need to understand. So entire experimentation has been done, correct? I'll do one more. Do you want me to do or shall we stop it here? Confirm quickly. No, so let's do it. One more example. Okay. Now, before I do one more example, tell me that I created a branch called Hyderabad and my code experimentation is done. Now, do you want me to still keep the Hyderabad or can I remove this? So normally in a real time also, once we're done with our code experimentation, whatever changes that we've done, then what we do is we go ahead and delete the branch. So let's do that same here. Okay. So we'll say git branch -d Hyderabad. It's gone. That's a simple. Git branch -d. -d means deleter. Say the branch name. Done. Now go ahead and check it. Branches. It's not there. Clear? Now we'll start the game once again. So let's start. How many files you see now? We'll do fast. Little this time, little do fast. Okay. I'm creating a branch now. I'll say this time Mumbai. Right? So definitely we see main and Mumbai now. Correct? And I'm planning to switch to the Mumbai. Right? So I'll say always check the status, guys, when you create or okay, it's good. So I'll say git checkout Mumbai. It's done. I switch it to Mumbai. How many files are we supposed to see in the Mumbai now? How many files you will see in Mumbai? Is it 6 or a 7? It should be 7, correct? So check it. Yeah, I have 7 now, right? Now I'll go ahead and create one file. I'll say file Okay. VI file Mumbai BR. So this is Mumbai file. So escape, I'll write some junk. And I save this and git status. This is very common. You need to do the commits. Give me 2 minutes, guys. Just give me 2 minutes. Okay, so I'm back. So git add a dot. Then I would say, then I think I need to check the status because it's in staging. Yeah. And I'll say git commit -m added a file to Mumbai BR. Then I'll put dot done. Git status, everything is clean and green. Now I want to merge this in its parent, correct? So its parent is main. So I need to say git checkout main. I went in. Now you can check. I'm sitting on main only, right? I want to merge now. So before merge, I want to show you the proof. So there is only 7 files, no Mumbai file here. So I'll say git merge Mumbai. Done. After merge, check it. See, I got the Mumbai file here. Then pull and push are common. You understood now? Everybody? Let me do that also. So git pull, done. Git push, fill up your ID and put your token here. Okay, so it's done. Now go to the internet and check it. So go back to your repo and you should see Mumbai also here. See, Mumbai. So this is all about the branching stuff, guys. Correct? Okay, so first take this concept, guys. You understood now what I'm talking? So we created the branches. So always on your local site. Okay, very good question. Why we should merge? So you're asking something like you heard entire story of Rama and Sita, and you're asking again something looks like who is a Rama and who is a Sita. Maninder, this is for you only. So why we need to merge, man? So very crazy question. Why we do merge? Guys, tell me, give me the answer. To update your main or a master. Do you agree? Because whatever experimentation you done on your branch, that updates you need to do it on your main or a master. And from there you need to push it. So that is the reason. Clear? Now, did we create the branches on a remote side or did we create the branches on local side? This is another logical question. So simple question, guys. Simple question. Did we create the branch on our local side or did I create the branch on remote side? You were observing entire cinema now for almost like half an hour. So you're watching some episode, so serial kind of stuff. So you have to tell me, did I create it on local or did I create it on remote? So the simple answer is we created on local side only. Correct? So that is what happens in real time. 99.9% we create the branches on local side and work on it. So that's a fact. Now reverse engineering question. Can we create the branches on remote side? You want the question now? Can we create the branches on the remote side? The answer is yes. Depends on use case. If it is required, they'll create it. Right? So I'll show you live. So that necessity does not arise much, but see, you have an option C. See, I'm on mine. So this is a completely remote now, GitHub remote. This we know that this is a remote. So I create a C. I go ahead and say fine. I'll say we'll give some branch name as USA. Right? It is asking, you observe this English guys, that is what you need to follow. See the English here. Create a branch USA from main. It is creating. I'm okay with it. And once you type the name and press enter. Select this and press enter. Done. So on the remote side also branch has been created. You saw? So one is main and one is USA. Now why do you think we have to create on remote side? Any reason for this? Correct. So always in a real time, what happens is different branches on a remote side are created to maintain the different environments. Did you heard? I'm in the basic class. I told you now that dev environment, QA environment, integration environment, performance environment, UAT environment. So the codes are moved onto the different environments. So these are all upper level case, completely at upper level of architect knowledge. Okay. So keep in mind that we can also create the branches on the remote side. So that's a fact. So 99% we do. Now, one more real time stuff. Okay. So this is new thing. Maybe this is new for you. So I told you that we'll go ahead and so this is a small story here again. Simple small story in a minute. So let's say we have a remote RR and from there we cloned it and it became our LR. Correct? From LR, I created a branch. Right? Upon the branch, I made some changes. And upon the changes, I done commits, I've done it. And after the commit, I told that you should merge. Do you agree? Do you agree, guys? After from the branch, where you will merge? Where you will merge, guys? So basically in your to your LR only, correct? Right? So to your LR. So after you merge it or update it at your local site, then there is a process called PR. There is something called PR called pull request. So pull request, there is a process called pull request. Okay. Full form is pull request. This is what happens in real time. So whatever the merges that you've done on the local side, what happens is we have to raise a pull request. So this pull request will go ahead and hit on the server side and somebody will check or somebody, I would say some team leads, they will get the notice or whoever is maintaining this remote repo, the person who is maintaining this remote repo or a couple of people will be there. So they get the notice saying that, okay, you're getting a pull request to merge the code. So they will check your code, whatever the changes that you made, right? So if they approve, then only it will allow you to go ahead and push the code into the server. Otherwise, no. So that means merging is happening at two places. So in some projects, you will see that merging happens at your LR and merging also happens at RR. So definitely at the RR level, approval is required. Okay. And at your LR level, it's up to you because you are the owner there. You can do it. You can do it here. But at RR level, approval is required. So that is called, it is called pull request. In some companies, what happens is we directly merge that code, okay, into the RR. This is also one more option. There are some organizations who work on this fashion also. So directly the code changes will be merged into the RR. Correct. So before merging into the RR, again approval process will be in place. So once it is approved, then only it will allow you to depends on your stuff. Now the question comes is very simple logic. Why a PR gets rejected? You should know this also now. Pull request or something like it's a request. You can understand, take it like an like a student applying for a leave or employee applying for a leave, right? So leave can be approved, leave can be rejected, leave can be delayed also. So there is some famous slogan also: not approval, no. See, they don't approve, nor they say no. They'll keep it pending. So third use case is pending also. So PR gets rejected if you write any incorrect code. Okay, incorrect code. So or a code which is not healthy. That's the right word actually. Not healthy. The chances that okay, if in future it is may break or presently it may break or it is not required. So that is the reason we need to have some human beings in place who are trying to check your code whether it is required or not. So in my project, I'll show you one live. Right, I'm switching off the pausing the recording.
Recording stopped.
So in my project, you can see that 1 second. Just give me 2 minutes. Okay. So I'll show you some PRs which are currently waiting for somebody's approval. Entire code is written. Somebody has to approve it. So generally your scrum master will take care of this, or your manager may take care, or your team lead might take care. So it depends who is the authority in place. So it's not common that always scrum master has to do it. Your team lead or some senior fellow will do it. So let's say this is a repo, guys. Imagine just a repo, and I'm picking up some application, right? Some application. Okay, let's say admin web app, some application. Okay, I want to see how many PRs are there currently. Pull request. That means they updated some code. Active. So active. So see, 49 minutes. You need to focus here, guys. This side, this side. Okay, these are all the names. Okay. So 49 minutes ago, one PR was raised. Yesterday, one PR was raised. Monday was done. So 49 minutes ago, somebody raised a PR. I want to see this. So this is a PR. Okay. Somebody raised this and they made some code changes. You can see the files here. What? So these are left hand side, all the files, and right hand side, it will show you what changes they have done. What changes they have done. Now, end of the day, see, somebody is waiting. You just observe this column here, this side. Okay. So approved dev. So in this, you'll have couple of people. So these are the fellows. 148 people are there in this. So somebody has to approve this code. Even you'll find my name also here. See, where is my name? Okay, I'm not in charge of this repo. Maybe. Okay, so you can see a lot of people this repo who has to look into this code and confirm. You understood, guys, what I'm talking? So once they approve, then only the person who is written this code, let's say this guy's name is Anurag, it seems. So Anurag only can push the code onto the server. Otherwise, it will not happen. So end of the day, though he has done created some branch and updated the code, and he raised a PR, and somebody has to check and verify whether the code is right or wrong. Then after approved, then only it gets merged. Otherwise, no. Are we clear? Are we clear on this? Yeah,
Recording in progress.
So we resumed back. So that is a completely my project stuff. So I hope you understood this entire concept of branching. Now you tell me the significance of branching, right? So definitely branching is always a hot concept in interviews and it is always asked. Clear? And one last command that you need to learn here from my side, I would feel sometimes this happens with me also. So let's say how many branches we have? Let's say 2 branches. By mistake, I created a name called Mumbai. This is supposed to be Delhi. So how do you rename a branch? So git branch -m, I guess. I don't remember, but let me try. Mumbai, I want to rename this as Delhi. Okay, now let me see the git branch. Just renaming, guys. Yeah, it worked. So make a note. -d is for delete. -m is for renaming the branch. So give the old name and also give the preferred new name. That's it. It will rename the branch. You see, Delhi is there. Clear? So let me ask Rohini, have you understood? Sravanti, Shravya, Sanjay, Samir, Sushmita, Upendra, Vijay, Visweshwar. Yeah. So we learned something new today. And technically, guys, I'm telling you frankly, this is super important concept. Don't take it light. Entire session mark it as star rated one. Anything that you cannot answer from Git branching fairly, they will picking up chances will be super zero. So you have to answer the questions in Git branching for the interview. We cannot take it light at all. Okay, so that's all for the day. We'll stop it here and let me go ahead and update the notes, guys. So Rahul, is your done setup with your applications? The team entirely done setup? Okay. So they told me that it is still pending. In the evening, I asked them. Okay. There is one more. Who was the other person? I don't remember. Kavya, you there? So did they done with the setup for you? Kavya, are you with me? Who is Kavya here? Okay, so not you. Sorry, there is one more Kavya. Fine. Let me update the notes. So what is today's session number, guys? What is the S number? Okay, so let me see what is our session number. What was the older one? 17. Okay, today is 18. So S18. So we have dated 18th Jan 2023. So this is the entire concept of branching. So practice it well, guys. Okay. Okay. Nice, guys. So that's all for the day. And those who are interested for any internship roles, guys, please approach me because Rahul has enrolled and he will be doing from 20. So I'll be referring not here, somewhere outside. So those who are interested, so please approach me. So that will benefit for you only, definitely. That's all, guys. And we'll catch up tomorrow at the same time. See you. Bye bye.